Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One. Sunday, May the 13th, Mother's Day, the year 2018. Let's talk trading, weekly opening gap. Okay, normally I have these videos posted a lot earlier, but I'm a cert trainer and I was doing teaching in the final class exercise today, so that's why you're getting this later than normal. Even so, you still have to follow money and risk management. You know this screen comes up. So let's take a quick look here at the weekly. And you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 haven't filled the gap. We've got New Zealand pairs that haven't filled and a couple of Canadian pairs. So something to keep your eye on. And interesting about the dollar franc, it's getting near that 1.0 par level. A lot of action to be had there, I am sure. We need to keep that on radar for the rest of the week, see what happens. Well, let's just take a quick look at it. Yeah, we had to hit 10055 last week. So maybe it'll try and get in that upper wick zone only to return south. Yeah, you just have to trade what you see. And with the dollar yen, you can see it gapped down, and now it's filled that gap, moving up. Looked like it wants to head into the upper wick zone. So far, there's some couple of nice ranges here. Pound New Zealand, these pound pairs, New Zealand pairs, New Zealand pair, some action there. Buy zone, looks like we got a winner there. Nothing yet, and we've got another winner in progress right here. So, and you can see where the pivot is. It was just, it was here. We've got the open fading. The pivot pays off as usual. Good for about, it's got an 8 pip difference, so maybe you picked up about 6 pips, 7 pips out of that trade. Not too shabby. And we don't have enough range for rat zone, so we can skip over that. And showing the pivot trade here, we have to expand out to H1, and you can see it's done it twice. Might look for an R1 target off of here. And what do we have here? Price action. We got green at the line. Here we go, red at the line. Now, one of the things about price action, I probably have mentioned it, but you see, you take the first trade at the line. You don't take the second trade. So where did the green cross first here? Right here. Where's the red crossing first here? You take that one. You don't want to take that one. You've given up too many pips. 10 to be, or more to be exact. But sometimes you might just enter in it, but the primo is the first one right here. And that's not hindsight, that's just the way it seems to work best. And once again, price action at these lines shows there is money to be made. Here we've got a red at the line, green at the line, H1. It's like a broken record, but that's good trading. Repetition, day after day, week after week, month after month, trade after trade. Price doesn't like being in the wick zone, even when you've only got a 9 pip difference between the zones. Just doesn't like being in there. Holo setup. Here we've got holo action. Possible here. We've got 8 minutes till the hour. And I've got about 9 minutes left in the video. Maybe we can hang out and just see what happens. See how this trade sets up. And as you can see, I just got in from the CERT training, which is Community Emergency Response Team, in case anybody's interested. So we don't really have many ticks to show. But once again, you can see where the buying and selling is. Here you've got the bid. You can see bid hasn't crossed into the buy yet. So we're waiting. If it goes here, it's buying. If it goes here, it's waiting. It's right at the line. Okay, it crossed above and then dropped right back. So now we've got the buying. You can see how it's pushing this line up. Back to waiting. And you're probably wondering, what's so exciting, like watching the paint dry, right? But this is trading. Excuse me. We talked about big and small last week. This is one of those small things. But this is trading, just waiting, watching. And you can see here at the IRB lines, we've got a short to trigger at this level. Excuse me again. And we've got a long that triggered right here. Hasn't done too much. But let's just watch and wait and see what happens at the end of the hour. Can go back and take a look at the buy zone there. And we were also looking at the holo setup. So you see, if it keeps going this way and we've got about 5 minutes left, anything can happen. But we could put in a new highest open. We're watching, we're waiting. You can see it looks like the sellers put in. Here we go. If this price gets below the peak, we've got selling. And we're back to waiting. Just watching and waiting. We've got a little over 2 minutes left. And usually about the first minute or two of an hour, a lot of times it's a fake out. So if you're doing a holo trade, you might even want to wait for the first 5 minutes. I'll take a look at the holo here. Actually, let me pull up the price action screen. Let's flip it over to a 5-minute chart. I wonder why it's taking so long. Interesting. There we go. So now we've got a 3 ball here on the 5-minute chart. And as you can see, all that history is reset. So when this 5-minute candle closes, we have the open of the hour. And we can see this chart will have a new highest open. So what we want to do is just wait a minute or two to see if they'll flush out any more buys, and then see if we can get a short. Okay, here's the new candle. So let's see if it goes up, and we're just going to wait for it to tell us to go short. But I've only got about a minute and 15 seconds left in this 15-minute video, so you might have to carry on yourself and see just how this trade played out. And so if we look here, we can see we've got the highest open here, right there. You can see here it's coming down. Still waiting though, because this ask has to get below the peak of the buys before we actually have selling. So hopefully you guys might have learned a few little more tricks here. But just remember, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So it's time to go drain the banks.